Peppa Pig has been one of the most watched children's shows for the past 20 years. But did you know that Peppa's story started long before its 2004 debut? Even though it has a simple animation style, the Pink Piglet show has evolved tremendously over its 300-plus episodes.
Daddy, it stopped raining.
And like every good story, it began a long time ago, which we're going to tell you about now. Many people have no idea, but Peppa Pig is part of a shared universe with 3 shows set in the same world, as we'll explain in this video. The first episode of Peppa Pig aired on May 31st, 2004, created by 3 animators and producers, Astley, Baker, and Davis. These were the brilliant minds behind this show that almost everyone has watched at least once. The character design was much simpler, and the stories were shorter since each episode averaged around 4 minutes. Everyone who watched the show started liking it because it was fun and quick, but the true origin dates back over 20 years earlier, in 1982. That year, one of Peppa's creators launched an animation that would be the foundation for all future projects involving Peppa Pig and its sibling shows, as we mentioned here. Called The 3 Knights, the 11-minute short film featured 3 friends in armor going on adventures and accidentally saving people, including witches. The interesting part is that this cartoon was made for adults, not kids. So Baker, creator of The 3 Knights, teamed up with Astley and Davis to improve the cartoon and create another show set in the same universe as Peppa Pig, The Great Knights.
Who is this?
It's that disgraced scientist from Brozzo, Your Majesty.
Yes.
This show told the story of 2 brothers, Sir Boris and Sir Morris, 2 knights with the strength of 4 and the weight of 16. It had just 1 season of 13 episodes, airing from 1999 to 2000. The interesting thing is that in that same year of 1999, the initial concepts for Peppa Pig's story were already being developed. But they were kept secret so that the production team could focus on the Great Knights. The story is set in a country called Barovia, inhabited by humans dressed in medieval attire, but with access to technologies like power lines, telephones, and televisions, which is very unusual for a time of kings, queens, and grand castles. In our video, Where Are the Humans in Peppa Pig?, we show how the kingdom is next to Madame Gazelle's homeland and could be where most humans went after the animals revolted and expelled them from England. Check out that video later, you'll definitely enjoy it. And if you're a fan of cartoons and are watching this video with us, comment below #Peppa so we can see if you really love cartoons. Even though it was made for kids, The Great Knights still had some more mature jokes, and the series didn't achieve the expected success. So the 3 partners decided to take those drafts and turn them into reality, this time focusing on a preschool audience, and they couldn't have been more right.
Peppa and Susie are best friends again.
Me first.
In 2002, after 2 years of working on the Peppa project, the creators gathered the team and presented the Peppa Pig pilot episode in a closed setting. In it, we meet Peppa and each member of her family in sequence. In the same episode, we see Peppa and her family enjoying mud puddles for the first time. The Pink Piglet also plays with her dad, helping him dig a hole in the backyard, and helps her mom with work on the computer. This shows how the Pig family story has evolved, as it's rare to see Mummy Pig working in an office. Additionally, the original show's story would have some characters appearing quite differently. For instance, Susie, already Peppa's best friend, was supposed to look much fluffier, like a real sheep, but this was changed to avoid her appearing cuter than the main character. Similarly, Pedro was initially designed as a girl named Penny Pony. The character wouldn't have had glasses and would have had longer ears. Eventually, the design was repurposed and Penny appeared in some episodes but without any significant role, more as a background character. All this was done in 2002, but Peppa Pig would only officially launch in 2004.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Daddy.
In May 2004, the first episode of Peppa Pig's first season was released, titled Muddy Puddles. In it, Peppa and George learned that they should wear boots to play in mud puddles, so much so that they change color, literally. At the end of the episode, we see the whole family jumping into a mud puddle created by the rain, with Daddy Pig, as always, slipping and falling. Everyone ends up rolling on the ground laughing, as often happens in most of Peppa's episodes, which is practically the show's trademark. This was just the first of over 300 episodes that would be released over more than 20 years of the Pig family's existence.
Here we go.
The first season of Peppa Pig had 52 episodes, released by the end of 2004. The show was such a hit that it aired in various countries in Europe, the United States, and China, along with other continents, totaling over 180 countries where Little Peppa is popular. 2 years later, in September 2006, the second season with another 52 episodes was released, taking a bit longer to conclude, finishing in mid-2007. The idea was to end the season early so that the audience could anticipate the release of Peppa Pig's first Christmas special. The following year, in 2008, the first game called Peppa Pig the Game was released, becoming an immediate success. Next, the third season was launched in 2009 with another 52 episodes. At this point, Peppa's creators decided to expand her universe by launching another show set in the same universe, called Ben and Holly, featuring a tiny elf and a fairy princess. There are many reasons to believe that both shows indeed share the same universe. The series had over 130 episodes and ended in 2013. But before that happened, another season of Peppa, the fourth, was released, along with 2 more video games and even a dedicated theme park in England called Peppa Pig World. If you've made it this far, you clearly love cartoons as much as we do, so what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Without a doubt, Peppa Pig is a global phenomenon in the animated world, with so many shows and attractions. But believe me, the best of the Pink Piglet was yet to come.
I'm curious.
Some people may not know, but by 2024, 4 Peppa Pig movies have been released. The first one came out in 2015, featuring a collection of exclusive new episodes called Peppa Pig Golden Boots. 2 years later, after the end of the 5th season, the second movie was released in 2017, where we see the main character and her family starting their international travels and vacationing in Australia. Shortly after, a second Peppa Pig theme park opened, this time in Shanghai, China, called Peppa Pig World of Play. Later that year, 2 more parks named Peppa Pig Land opened in Italy and Germany, showing just how much of a global sensation Peppa Pig has become. Another exciting event that year was the creation of the official Peppa Puppet Troupe featuring Peppa, her family, her best friend Susie Sheep, Danny Dog, and the character with over 100 different jobs, Miss Rabbit. The troupe performs internationally, telling incredibly fun stories about Peppa and her friends and family. After the puppet show featuring real people was created, Peppa's series released 2 more movies in 2019 and 2024, where we finally see Mr. Bull marrying Mrs. Cow. The 6th and 7th seasons, each with 52 episodes, were also released. Additionally, 2 more games and another theme park in Florida within Legoland opened in 2022, with 2 more parks planned for Texas and Germany in 2024. There might even be a Peppa Pig park near you. Surely the next season of the animated series will be released soon, and it won't be the last. Peppa Pig will likely continue with many more seasons, movies, and games. The expectation is that a new design will be tested in upcoming productions, officially bringing Peppa into the world of computer graphics. For instance, in 2025, the 8th season is expected to be announced and released, with some test episodes featuring Peppa in 3D to see if the audience approves of this new version while still maintaining the classic version with its simple designs and fun stories. Personally, I think I'd like it as long as the main characteristic of the show remains, Peppa and the other characters' 2 eyes being on the same side. Peppa Pig had a start date, but it doesn't seem to have an end date, and we'll surely see many versions of the character in her shows and seasons. While we wait for the new season and upcoming Peppa productions, you can keep having fun with us here. So, we left you these 2 amazing videos to choose from right now. Click on your favorite, and we'll see you soon in the next video. See you there!